Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to the New England Sports Village here in Attleboro, Massachusetts, as we get ready to go underway here once again, this time for the 16U matchup here between the Northeast Generals Academy team and the Boston Junior Terriers Woodward. Once again, hello, everyone. My name is Mason Strawn. I will be your commentator for this night, or I shouldn't say night. I guess it is still afternoon. It's only 5:30 here on the East Coast, but this evening, afternoon, whichever you'd like to call it, matchup here between the Northeast Generals 16U team and the 16U Boston Junior Terriers of Woodward. Once again, hello, everyone. My name is Mason Strawn. I will be your commentator here tonight, as I just saw Christian Williams actually going over and high-fiving some of the 16U kids earlier here. He just played in that 18U game that, fortunately, they fell 3-1 in, but the Academy team here, the 16U team, they're looking to see if they can maybe make their own bounce back here. They had a pretty good game in their last couple as well here. Unfortunately, they fell in their last game as well, if I'm correct, which I believe I am here. If you give me one moment exactly, if I can pick up my actual papers here in a correct manner, that would be a nice start. Now, wouldn't it here, as they took on the Boston Junior Huskies last time. They were the ones that fell, I believe, earlier in that game as well. But they'll look to see if they can maybe make a bit of a bounce back here. Excuse me, they took on the Hartford Wolfpack. They lost 6-2 in that game, unfortunately, as they did actually take on the Boston Junior Huskies, but that was on the road. Unfortunately, I don't have the information for that one, but in their last home game here, they did lose to the Hartford Junior Wolfpack. They'll look to see if they can maybe make a bit of a change up here now. We'll have about 3.5 minutes here for the two teams to warm up here, as the Junior Terriers playing in their first game here in Attleboro, and the 16U team playing their first team game back since their last one, where fortunately, on that same day, they lost to that Hartford Wolfpack Junior team. They'll now see if they can maybe make a bit of a bounce back here. So for this starting lineup here for the Generals, wearing number 14, starting on that left wing side, it'll be Braden Spears. Brennan Printer will wear number 7. He'll be the starting center here tonight. Dylan Brennan will start on that right wing side. He will wear number 17 on the second pairing. Zachary Imler will wear number 13. He'll be on the left wing side. Antonio Fleck will be wearing number 3. He'll be at the center position. Number 21 will be Hunter Urisic. He'll be wearing number 21 on the right wing. On the third pairing, it'll be Connor Williams starting at center. He'll be wearing number 4. Owen Renfers will wear number 16. He'll start on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, it'll be Thomas Cobella. For the defensive pairings, Matt Weiss-Stramaikov, he'll be starting at the left wing side wearing number 19. Maddox Braswell, wear number 11. He'll be on the right-hand side. And the second pairing, it'll be Trevor Blazinski, 6'3" Trevor Blazinski, wearing number 44. Number 26, Marco Preston, will be the other second pairing right defender. For goaltenders, we'll have Aiden Hartman wearing number 22. And for the starter tonight, it'll be Lucas Bonnet wearing number 1. Patrick Bradley will also be on the bench there as well. It'll be all led by head coach Mr. Matt Powers. He'll be on the bench as we speak right now, shaking hands with the officials. Unfortunately, I do not have the Boston Terriers lineup with me right now, and they literally just showed up a couple of minutes ago, and we're trying to make the transfer and everything else. I wasn't able to get a lineup in front of me here, so unfortunately, I don't have the Terriers information as we speak, but I do have the Generals. This is the Generals stream, after all. Shouldn't we be a little bit biased? No, I'm joking, I promise. But we'll get ready to go underway here in the next minute 30 or so. Once again, the Generals, the 16U Generals, I should say, trying to avenge their last loss, where they lost to the Hartford Junior Wolfpack, unfortunately, 6-2 in their last time here at the New England Sports Village. A game where they started off pretty well, but unfortunately that second period of play was just a bit of a disaster for them. They'll try and see if they can maybe make a bit of a bounce back here in this game. Once again, it'll be Lucas Bonnet, who's currently warming up on those close side boards as of the current moment. He'll be tonight's starter wearing number 1 once again. We'll continue to see here if the 16U team can make a bit of a bounce back once more here against this Boston Junior Terriers team, wearing their all-reds with mostly white helms, a couple of different other colors over there. You can't really tell. It's a bit of a mix and mash, but wearing the red jerseys with the either red pants or somewhat navy blue ones as well, as the Terriers are a bit of a mixed-match bunch in terms of their jersey patterns, I swear. I see a yellow helmet down there with number 11 as well, which I think any Boston Terriers fan in real life would probably be having a headache over, but that's okay, as the Generals will be wearing their navy blue with the Northeast symbol across the front, with the white helmets as well. They'll be coming in with those navy blue shorts, as it'll be once again here with about 20 seconds remaining in warm-ups. We'll get ready to go underway here once more for this now 5:30 matchup, give or take, here the New England Sports Village here in Attleboro, Massachusetts, with this 16U matchup once again here between the Boston Junior Terriers of Woodward and the Northeast Generals Academy team. So we'll get ready to go underway here in a couple of moments as both teams will try and collect their pucks, make their little maneuvers over to their huddles, get themselves hyped up for this game. We'll see what the Generals can do here tonight, trying to avenge that 6-2 loss against Hartford a couple of days ago here. As at this rate, unfortunately for us, neither Academy team has actually come away victorious here. We might have a bit of bad luck in the New England Sports Village. Or it might just be me. It probably is just me. I have this tendency and this aura around me of bad luck. But we're going to hope that's not the case for my sake. I don't want to get fired for that. But either way now, as we get ready to go underway here, we'll have 22.5 minutes put up on that first period scoreboard. We'll play 2 halves of 22.5 minutes. Icings will be called on all forms of power plays, so do keep that in mind for any of those that have stepping in here for the very first time and not used to the somewhat different rules that their Academy teams do play by. That is the rule set for both of them. They will play 2 halves of 22.5 minutes. Icings are called on power plays, as we'll get ready to go underway here as well once more. As the fans continue to pile in here, getting themselves ready here, is the Boston Junior Terriers team, obviously only about an hour and a half away from here from this Northeast Generals side. The last team here, the Wheatfield Blades, were from that New York area, I believe, if I'm correct. I could be completely wrong, but I'm fairly certain is correct. So they had a bit of a longer drive compared to what these Terriers do, who could probably make it with a Dunkin' coffee in their hand and probably wake up at 6 a.m. this morning and be here by about 8. That's, of course, if they wanted to go through all the rush hour and garbage that comes along with that, but I doubt they would. But either way, as we get ready to go underway here, the players make their way towards center ice here once again. We'll have Brendan Printer starting off in the face-off dot here for the Generals. We get ready to go underway here. Face-off is won back by the Terriers, back into their own zone here for a moment. One over to the far boards, going up now into the center ice zone. Picked up now once again here by Brandon Spears. Given up once now, as now it's going to get batted away by Marco Preston. He'll be the one actually starting on this right-hand side. Shot on, shot goes wide, picked up by Stromykov. Stromykov now passes it up towards Printer. Printer now making his way over center ice. Printer shot on, blocked out in front, takes a big hit in the right corner. We're instantly going to see a penalty. And just like that, that was quick. Brennan Printer took a big hit in the boards there for a moment, and number 17 there for the Terriers is instantly going to go to the box. 25 seconds into this hockey game, the Terriers are going to take a penalty. So we'll have a face-off here to the right-hand side of the goaltender. Now with the face-off, Brendan Printer will lose it over to the left-hand side for a moment now, but Stromykov's going to pick it up, makes the backhand pass over to the right-hand side, picked up by Brennan. Brennan shoots it down low, gives it up for a moment, now picked up by the Terriers, kicks it out of their own zone and goes all the way down into the general zone. No icing will be called, picked up now by Brennan. Brennan loses it for a moment now on the backside of the net, getting out body for a moment. Stromykov picks it up. The sleek, skating Stromykov now going across his own zone, going across center ice. He's done an excellent job of showing those skates previously as a defenseman. He tries to make the pass out in front, gets batted down for a moment here. Picked up now once again by Printer. Printer pass in front, shot on, save made. Stromykov trying to bury it. Puck goes to the close boards. Pass now up towards Printer. Printer trying to keep it down low, not able to do so. Here's a 2-on-1 opportunity possibly for the Terriers. Going towards the net now. Pass out in front, blocked away by Stromykov. Picked up now by Brennan Printer. Printer in the far corner now with 1:09 to go in the power play. Given up now for a moment there as it's going to be Braden Spears gives it up. She's going to the front of the net. Shot on. Save made by Lucas Bonnet. He'll hang on. With 21:05 here remaining, a minute left in the power play. The Generals having an opportunity there. Unfortunately, Stromykov not able to bury the go-ahead goal as we're still at 0-0 apiece. Face off here now to the left-hand side of Bonnet. Put over onto the close boards for a moment here. Picked up by the Generals. Picked up now by Connor Williams. Williams sends it down into the Terrier zone. Picked up for a moment now by Jurczyk. Jurczyk, now goes over to the far corner. Battling for it still. Loses it now. The Terriers trying to pick it up, make the cross pass. Gets blocked down by Lazinski. Makes its way towards center ice now into the neutral zone. Here come the Terriers once again with 40 seconds left on the power play. Trying to go towards the front of the net. Bonnet's going to sit on it. Strikes at the goaltender and he'll hang on. 33 seconds remaining here still on the power play. 20:38 remaining in the first. Still nothing your score here. Face off one over the close boards once again. Now picked up once now by Cabela. Cabela loses it. Now picked up by Connor Williams. Williams go around the backside of the net. Tries to make the pass to Cabela. Cabela picks it up. Tries to make the pass ahead now. Dumped in now once again by Maddox Braswell. Goes all the way down and icing will be called. As Hunter Jurczyk tried to make his way down to the blue line, trying to beat that pass but unfortunately didn't have the head of steam to make it. So 17 seconds still remaining on the power play. The Generals trying to capitalize on the very early penalty there by the Terriers. After the boarding call that Brendan Printer was able to draw. One forward now by the Generals, trying to pick it up once again. Here is going to be the Generals now trying to make the shot out on front for a moment. It was Jurczyk, not able to do so, trying to keep it in the Terriers zone, able to do so for a moment, but not for long enough. Stromykov loses it now, back towards towards Marco Preston. Preston hits it over the close boards. Big hit there for a moment onto Stromykov. Here come the Terriers once again now through center ice. Even strength now. Try to be picked up for a moment there by what I thought was Antonio Fleck. It was for a moment. Puck makes its way across center ice. Picked up once again now. Marco Preston tries to dump it into the zone. He does for a moment now. Goes all the way down to the Terriers goaltender. Goes around the backside of the net. Trying to make the cross ice pass. Goes all the way down into the general zone. Icing will be called. 19:36 here remaining in the first. Still 0-0 your score after the initial penalty by the Terriers. They were able to cause enough disruption there to keep the Generals from getting any good opportunities outside of the one from Stromykov, who wasn't able to bury it as it went just a little too far wide. Now here come the Terriers once again. Stromykov able to chip it, just keep it right in the Terrier zone. An excellent job there by Stromykov to be able to just keep the puck in the zone. Staying now in the close corner, battling for it still now. Stromykov gets it up at the blue line. Tries to make the shot on, tried to bait the defender in front, but wasn't able to get it out. Now picked up once again. Pass out in front, not able to get it through. So for a moment there, Owen Renfers was trying to get it ahead. Now here come the Terriers. On the close boards now, trying to find the body in front, making the shot on, blocked up and out of play here. And we'll have a whistle. It was blocked off the skates there of Owen Renfers as it bounced all the way up in the air and almost took out a light. 19 minutes remaining here in the first. Still 0-0 your score. Face off here to the right-hand side of Bonnet. Won by the Generals for a moment as it makes its way up to the blue line. Batted out of the zone by Braden Spears. Battling for it still here in the neutral zone. Makes its way into the Terrier zone for a moment. As now the Terriers turn it around and make it away past central ice on the close boards. Going towards the front of the net now for a moment. Is still battling for it here. Big hit from Dylan Brendan in the far corner. But the puck makes its way to the blue line. Bodies have been thrown around here in this first period of plays. It makes its way towards the Boston Terriers zone. Picked up by the Terriers defenders. Trying to get it out of their own zone. Stays at neutral ice. Picked up by the Generals for a moment there. Is losing it on the close boards for a second. Almost looked like a holding as there's just bodies flying everywhere there for a moment. Braden Spears was losing his stick for a second there. As the shot goes on to Lucas Bonnet, he's going to let it go, and it's going to go to Blazinski in the far corner. Blazinski now hands it off towards his defensive pairing, Braswell. Braswell ships it up now towards Brennan. Brennan with an opportunity. 2-on-2 with him now is Braden Spears. Tries to go to the front of the net. Gets the puck knocked away for a moment, but he's able to recover. Back now towards Braswell. Braswell shot on, blocked out in front. Trying to go for the rebound now is still Spears. He continues to battle for it. Gets it put out of play almost for a moment. Goes up to the blue line, and it goes across the blue line. It'll make its way into neutral ice. Picked up by the Terriers once again now on the right side. Trying to go to the front of the net. Lucas Bonnet holds on to it for a moment. Gets knocked out of his glove, though, and it's going to be loose. Makes his way to the blue line now. Trying to keep it down low with the Terriers. Not able to do so. Staying at the blue line. Goes over to the faceoff dot now. Tries to get the pass in front. Rebound. Still in front. Shoots and scores. Lucas Bonnet got held up in front of the net. And in all honesty there, I thought he got interfered with, but the goal's going to stand. So 1-0 your score as the rebound continued to just literally stand in front of Lucas Bonnet, but he couldn't slide to his left. I'm not sure if he was interfered with possibly by his own player or a red jersey, but he wasn't able to move to his left, and unfortunately for him, it's going to count against. 17:34 here remaining, 1-0 your score. The Terriers will win it back into their own zone here for a moment. Picked up now as it's picked up by Stromykov in his own zone as it got fired down. Is now Cabella's going to battle for it now, going towards his own zone. Shot across to the ice, now going to the far corner. Trying to pick it up now is Marco Preston as these Terriers have come flying out of the box here, literally here, with 17:10 remaining in the first. Trying to keep it in for a moment, not going to be able to do so. Offside's the call. As we'll have the face-off here right in front of the Generals bench with 17:10 remaining. Still 1-0 your score. The Terriers win it back into their own zone now, going across into neutral ice for a moment, crossing back into their own zone, sending it into neutral ice on the close boards. Battling for it, though, is Cabela. Continuing to battle for it now. Stremykov picks it up, goes over to Marco Preston, hands it off now towards, for a moment now, Renfers. Renfers fires it down into the zone, picked up by the Terriers. Fires it up the close boards for a moment now. Battling for it is Renfers. Renfers now trying to keep it down low. Stremykov's able to do so. Makes its way to the front of the net. Renfers continuing to battle for it. Not able to get it through, though. Terriers pick it up once again. Go to the close boards. Trying to send it around the backside of the net. Big hit there from Renfers. Takes himself and the defender down. As the Terriers send it all the way down onto Lucas Bonnet's stick. He's going to send it around the backside of the net for his defensive teammate, Maddox Braswell, to pick up. Braswell gets pinned. Shot out in front. They score. No one in a navy blue jersey was able to get back to help Maddox Braswell. And the Terriers had a 2-on-1 opportunity, was able to ship it past the blocker side of Lucas Bonnet. So with 16-18 remaining here, 2-0 your score. The Terriers have jumped out to an early lead. Puck is dropped once again here now to the close side boards. The Terriers win it back into their own zone. Skating now to the backside of the net. Bounces it off the backside of the net. Nifty move there by the defenseman to try and get it past the forward. He's able to do so. Now here come the Terriers on a 3-on-3. On the far boards now, tries to make the shot out in front. Rebound goes wide. Lucas Bonnet was able to glove it down. Puck on the backside of the net here. Bodies continue to fly. Cross goes out in front. Goes to the shot in front. Big block there by Yurchik. The puck makes its way all the way over to the right-hand side. Goes all the way down around the backside of the net. Maddox Braswell now shoots it up the far boards. Tries to make the pass out in front. Does so as well as there is Yurchik. Yurchik tries to pick it up. Now just sitting in front of the Boston Terriers zone and picked up once now by the Terriers. Now trying to go across center ice. They will. Goes across the blue line now. Battling for it here are the Generals, though. An excellent job by Imler. Zachary Imler able to hand it off now. Picks it up himself over in the close or on the far boards. Shires it onto the net. The stoppage and play will be made with 15-18 remaining here. 2-0 your score. Zachary Imler playing here now in his first game, I believe, for this Generals team. The faceoff is won here back as Luke Harris is usually the one in this starting lineup. It's Imler here tonight. Collision there for a moment as the Terriers trying to put it into the Generals zone. They're able to knock it out across the blue line, though. Terriers pick it up in their own zone for a moment here, trying to get it across center ice. They're able to do so for a moment, not before Marco Preston knocks it down and fires it back into the Terrier zone. Defenseman takes it around the backside of the net now, trying to go around, trying to fight off Brendan Printer, who's continuing to be the forechecking menace now. They finally get it out of their own zone for a moment, make it to center ice, trying to pick it up, though. Stremykov's able to pick it. Tries to get up to Brendan Printer. Printer gets the puck batted off his stick, goes into the Terrier zone, continues to try and chase after him. Stremykov picks it up on the wide pass, tries to find another body, gives it up to the Terriers. They fire it down into the general zone. Bonnet tries to pick it up, a stoppage in play. It might have been offsides, I believe the call. It will be offsides. So 14:30 here remaining in the first. Still 2-0 your score. The Terriers lead early. Won by the Terriers once again. Now back towards their own zone. They skate. Continuing to make stretch passes across the ice towards one another. Now finally crossing center ice. Trying to get it into the general zone. Not able to do so for a moment here. Now it makes its way back towards center ice. Terriers continuing to hold control here. They fire it down to the general zone. Picked up now by Blazinski. Gives it up for a moment here now towards his teammate. For a moment it was, I believe, there to Braswell as the puck makes its way across center ice. The Terriers pick it up. Big hit there at the blue line for a moment now. Picked up once again by the Terriers on the close boards. Makes the pass all the way across. Trying to find the blue line. Does finally. Shot on. Save made by Bonnet. Blockers it away into the corner. Picked up once again now by the Generals. Connor Williams trying to get it out. Can't do so as the Terriers pick it up once more in the far face-off dot. Puck makes its way over to the closed face-off dot on the redirects in front. Trying to pick it up is Cabela. Cabela's not able to get it retrieved. Now he finally is able to do so. Gets it across the blue line. Now up towards Owen Renfers. Renfers now a literal 1-on-4 for him. Tries to get the shot on net. Goes wide. Blazinski now trying to push down and get into the bottom of the zone. He's able to pick it up. Tries to find the body in front. Not able to get to Renfers. This one's fired up and out of play by the Terriers for a moment. We'll have a stoppage with 13:20 remaining. So the Terriers try to fire that one off the close glass, trying to get it out of their own zone. They accidentally just shoot it straight off the netting. We'll have a face-off here to the right-hand side of the goaltender. Face-off won by the Terriers once again, trying to get it out of their own zone. Stremykov able to keep it in. Makes it down to Fleck. Fleck now makes the pass over towards Jurczyk. Jurczyk passes it over to Marco Preston. Shot goes wide. On the close boards now. Battling for it are the different jerseys right now. No one's able to really get it on any further anywhere right now as Fleck tries to get it down. He's not able to do so. The Terriers will win it. Bringing it into the general zone for a moment now. Preston's able to try and get it out for a second. Blocked away for a moment now. Preston able to knock it down. Gets it into neutral ice. 12:50 here remaining in the first. Still 2-0 your score. Terriers pick it up once again. A bit of a collision here on the close boards there between Hunter Jurczyk and number 94. Puck goes across now to the Terriers once again. Picked up now in the far corner. Battling for it here is Preston. Continuing to battle for it now. He's continuing to fight. Over in the outside corner. Continuing to lay the body here. Goes across to the close boards now. Shot on. Save made by Bonnie. He's able to knock it away with the glove. Preston now around the backside of the net, tries to get it up the rink, does so finally to Jurczyk. Jurczyk trying to get it across, not able to do so. Still in play here as the Generals try and pick it up. Stremykov now on his lonesome, going across the blue line now, tries to make the drop pass for a moment there for Imler. Not able to do so. He'll pick it himself up again, though. Tries to dump it down to the Terriers zone. He will. Goes around the backside of the net. Line change here for the Generals for a moment now as they try to make the pass up to the blue line. They do. Stremykov trying to keep it in. Able to do so for a moment here as now it's going to be down to Brennan Printer to keep it in by himself. Terriers pick it up around the red line now, trying to bring it up across the blue line. They're able to do so for a moment here, so a reset for the Generals. Picked up by Braswell, trying to find his teammate Spears. Fires it all the way down instead to the goaltender. Terriers pick it up now, picked up once again by Brennan. Brennan trying to pass it to Printer. Printer lays the body for a moment there, trying to make the pass to Brennan again. Does so. Brennan to Printer. Shot on. Save made. Good save there on to Braden Spears. Spears now battling for it on the backside of the net. Not able to get a hold of it. Terriers trying to get it out. Big hit there for Blazinski, the 6'3" man. But here come the Terriers. 2-on-2 opportunity for them. They have the beat. Tries to make the shot on. Save wide. Shot went a little too far wide. I think maybe got a piece of it was bonded on the blocker. So Generals go back into the Terrier zone, losing control of it for a moment was Printer, trying to keep it in the Terrier zone, not able to do so. As the Terriers hold it in their own zone for a moment, now crossing center ice. Trying to continue to defend it. Now the Generals get it out of their own zone. Puck makes its way to center ice. Terriers pick it up. Firing it down into the General zone once again. I believe icing is going to be called here. So I believe it'll actually be offsides as we're going to have one here at center ice. With 10:44 here remaining, 2-0 your score. The Terriers still lead early. Players make their way to the face-off dot here in the center ice. The Generals are able to win it forward for a moment here. Cabela tries to get the shot on. Puck goes wide. Connor Williams trying to battle for it on the left side. Stremykov gets buried into the ice for a moment there. Pass out in front. Save made. Rebound tries to get it through is Connor Williams. Puck makes its way over to the close boards for a moment. Now here's an opportunity possibly for the Terriers. Stremykov, the only man back. One-on-one here now with the goaltender for a moment. Tries to get the puck in front. Not able to do so. I believe we're going to see a penalty here. We will. As we're going to see, I believe, a cross-checking call here against Connor Williams. I didn't even see where it could have occurred, but the referee, of course, obviously closer to the ice than I am. With 10:18 remaining here in the first, the Generals will have to deal with the penalty kill. Still down 2-0. Face-off won by the Terriers once again on the close side of the boards. Now makes the pass across. Battling for it now down towards the face-off dot. Going around towards the backside of the net. They will. Trying to get to the pass in front. Tries to find the body in front. Not able to do so. Batted away. Picked up now for a moment here by Fleck. Fleck gets it out of his own zone. Able to get the Terriers to reset. Applying pressure is Printer, though. Now here come the Terriers once again. Going to the far face-off dot here. Trying to go over to the pass in front. Not able to do so. Gets stuck in the skates. Blazinski picks it up. Blazinski now able to get out of his own zone. Continuing to push forward, though, into the Terrier zone. Continuing to forecheck. Able to do so as the puck continues to go around the backside of the net. He's able to pick it up. Trying to make the pass in front. Not able to do so. The Generals will look to reset once more. Antonio Fleck continuing to battle for it. Puck makes its way over to the Terrier zone once again here. Fleck able to bat it down once more. Continuing to battle here is Fleck. He continues to be a great forechecker here with 1:04 remaining on the power play. 9:20 in the first. Terriers taken into the zone onto the close face-off dot. Puck gets taken off his stick. trying to get out of their own zone, not able to do so. Here's the Terriers knock it down. Shot on in front. Bonnet able to stand in front of it. Puck is still loose. And bodies just continue to pile. And we'll have a bit of a scuffle here in front as Bonnet gets out of the net. Bonnet was able to finally get on top of it as the puck was in front of him, but the players continued to go towards his backside. I think somebody thought it might have trickled through him, but he was able to sit on top of it. 9:04 here remaining in the first. 2-0 your score. The Terriers still lead. 47 seconds remaining on the power play. Face-off one back towards the Terrier defenseman. Shot on, bodied in front by his own player, as this one makes it off the body there for a moment. Juracek, who's able to body it out finally across center ice. 33 seconds remaining here. The Terriers now bring it across the blue line. Trying to make a drop pass, not able to do so for a moment. Picked up now on the close boards by the Terriers. Continue to skate around. Shot on in front. Bonnet sits on top of it. And we'll have a stoppage here with 8:38 remaining. 21 seconds here left on the power play for the Terriers. 2-0 still your score. Face off here to the left-hand side of Lucas Bonnet. It's a bit of a struggle for it in front. Big hit there from Marco Preston, and he's going to take a penalty. Preston instantly goes over to the box. I think he knew instantly he was going to get called for that. He lays the body in the paint. And unfortunately for him, he's going to get charged with I think literally a charging. So the Generals will have 15 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey. And then we'll have to play on the penalty kill for the remaining 145. With 8:32 still remaining here, 2-0 still your score. Face off here once again, picked up this time by the Generals. Stramaikov trying to get out of his own zone, not able to do so. Picked up by the Terriers on the closed boards. Makes the long pass over right in front of the Generals bench. Passing it up to the blue line on the close side once more. Makes it down to the face-off dot. Pass goes straight across up top once again. Shot on, save made by Bonnet. Picked up by Stramaikov. 4-on-3 now Connor Williams is able to get out of the box. Chipped down into the Terrier zone. Connor Williams with a head full of steam trying to be the forechecker. Able to do so for a moment, but not able to get control of it. 1:30 here remaining on the power play for the Terriers. 8 minutes remaining here in the first. Still in the Terrier zone behind the net. Continuing to pass back and forth here, trying to bait the defenders of the Generals. Finally make their way across central ice here now over on the close boards. Trying to find an open passing lane. Finally does across the middle here. Not able to find the right body, though. Trying to make the pass in front again. Blocked down for a moment there by Braswell. Braswell continuing to battle forward in the corner. Over towards the Generals front now. Makes his way across towards the other faceoff dot. Puck goes around the backside of the net once more. Now it'll get chased down by Braden Spears. Braden Spears sends it down all the way into the Terrier zone as he takes the big hit. And icing will be called with 7:20 here remaining in the first. 50 seconds here on the power play, still for the Terriers. 2-0 your score. As we'll have a face-off here once again to the right-hand side of Bonnet. Puck is dropped once again. The Generals are able to win it back into their own zone. Blazinski tries to fire it up the far boards. Not able to do so here. As the Terriers try to take it around the backside of the net. They do. Makes it up to the close face-off dot. Shot save made by Bonnet. Able to block it away. Rebound shot once again. Blocked in front by a body. Battling forward in the close corner, far corner now with 30 seconds remaining on the power play. 7 minutes to go in the first. Continuing to battle for it here is Fleck. Fleck continuing to play the body. Stramaikov lays out in front, trying to keep any pass from going through. He's able to do so. Pass goes straight across over towards the close face-off dot. Now makes his way to the blue line. Defenseman continuing to stick handle with it. Continuing to be a pester here, there are the Generals, picked up now by Stramaikov. Stramaikov with 5 seconds remaining on the power play for the Terriers. He takes a body to the back. With 2 seconds here, just trying to dump it into the Terrier zone. Finally able to do so. Even strength. 2 penalties killed by the Generals. Seeing if maybe that can try and help fire up the defense here, or the offense, both, as Bonnet's able to block that one away from the slap shot from the blue line. Continuing to battle for it here in the far corner. The Terriers have control. Trying to find a pass in front. Not able to do so as he makes his way to the close corner. As a big hit there onto Stramaikov. Puck makes his way up to the blue line. Battling for it now here are the Generals. Picks it up now with Stramaikov. Tries to make the pass over to Brennan on the close boards. Not able to do so as the Terriers pick it up. Skating back into their own zone behind the net now. Goes over to the far boards now as the defenseman picks it up once again with a head full of steam now at center ice. Printer trying to stop him, not able to do so for a moment. Bodies come through. Big hit there from Printer. Battling for it still on the far boards. Now picked up now by Brennan. Fires it into the neutral zone with 5:40 remaining here in the first. Still 2-0 your score. Blazinski knocks it down in the neutral zone, trying to make sure his teammate stays on side. Takes a big hit from behind. Puck goes out in front for a moment there, but nobody home for the Generals, so the Terriers are able to pick it up. Printer now trying to get it, not able to do so. Puck still is in the neutral zone. The Terriers finally pick it up, trying to stand him up for a moment there with Brennan, and we'll have a stoppage in play. And we're going to have two different bodies going here. Leaves one Terrier player, and Brennan Printer will both go to the box. As they legitimately stood each other up and pretty much went for a bear hug tackle of one another. We'll see. I believe 4-on-4 hockey here. No, we will see 5-on-5 hockey. So it'll be offsetting here. As we'll have a face-off at center ice with 5:18 remaining here in the first. 2-0 your score, the Terriers lead. After two early goals immediately by the Terriers there, they look dominant to start, but the Generals have done a good job at keeping their offense at bay. Terriers win it back, but makes its way into the neutral zone. Picked up once again by Preston. And we'll see an offsides call here. As Preston fired it in, none of his players were able to make it across the blue line before his puck made it into the zone. So we'll have a face-off here once again at center ice with 5:10 remaining in the first. Won this time slightly by the Generals. They were able to push it ahead for a moment there thanks to the likes of Connor Williams. But the Terriers are able to pick it up once more as they go around the backside of the net. Now to the far boards. Here comes the defenseman, number 43. He's on the far boards with a head full of steam. Connor Williams, though, doing an excellent job at keeping him at bay. Down to the far corner, going around the backside of the net. Now Stromykov. Stromykov taking it up the close boards now with a head full of steam. We've seen him do those slick skates before. He loses it for a moment now on the close boards, and the Terriers are able to knock it away for a moment. The Terriers hold it now at the red line, make this long stretch pass here as that's Marco Preston is able to finally beat the defender, or the forward though. Connor Williams comes back and intercepts the pass. Picked up now by Renfers. Renfers loses it for a moment. Now it's central ice. The Terriers pick it up once again now, going across central ice, going across the blue line on the close boards. Goes all the way down towards the faceoff dot, loses it to Preston. Preston now trying to battle for it, loses it now to the Terriers on the backside of the net. Going to the far corner now for a moment, getting bodied here for a moment by Maddox Braswell. He continues to fight. Puck makes his way across center ice now, across the blue line. It's going to be down to Jurczyk now to try and beat him to it. Jurczyk continuing to forecheck here into the Terrier zone. Doing so quite a bit now. Big body hit there from Imler for a moment as the puck bounced off his stick. Rebound, shot, save made for a moment there as Braswell was trying to get the shot on. Fleck now picks it up for a moment, trying to make the pass over for a second. Now shot on, save made, rebound, loose, shoots it, scores! Fleck's able to bury the rebound. Hunter Jurczyk with the initial shot. Fleck out in front, able to get the rebound, and it looks similar to earlier what we saw from the 18U game when the Generals scored. So now 2-1 your score. As Antonio Fleck's able to pot his first of the game with 3:37 remaining here in the first. Now a one-goal game. One back by the Terriers into their own zone here. Trying to make the pass up the long boards. They will for the outside. Trying to make a way into the zone. Goes all the way into the corner there. Is a good stick there by Stromykov. Go around the backside of the net here. Other Terriers trying to chip it into the side here. Goes all the way into the far corner after the pass in front got blocked away. Trying to bat it down to the Generals for a moment. Fleck here tries to get it out of his own zone. Doesn't put enough pepper on it, and the Terriers are able to pick it up. Fire it down into the close corner now. Shot on, save made. That one shot went way wide for a moment there. Shot on that one, save made by Bonnie. He's able to kick it away into the corner. Trying to pick it up now are the Terriers once again. Makes its way all the way down into the Terriers zone after the pass there for a moment. Icing will be called. 2:52 remaining here in the first. 2-1 your score. After the goal there from Antonio Fleck, after the shot originally from Jurczyk bounced to the left-hand side, and it was flashes of the 18U game when the Generals scored. Face-off one on the close boards by the Generals for a moment there. Picked up by the Terriers, though, and put up to the blue line. Battling for it still here. Shot on, save made in front by Marco Preston. He's able to block it in front. Pass goes around the backside of the net once more here. Big body there for a moment by, I believe, Blazinski. Here come the Generals now. Here comes Braden Spears on the close boards now, trying to find a body to get the pass in front to. Nobody there in time. Unfortunately for him, is for a moment there, Cabela got tied up. Stramaikov was trying to make it to it. Big hit there on the outside boards for a moment. Stramaikov picks it up now in his own zone. Makes the pass over towards Braden Spears once more. He loses it for a forechecker for a moment there. Picked up by Stramaikov. Cross-ice pass to Cabela. Cabela now on the far boards. Tries to make the pass to Printer in front. Not able to do so. Picked up once more now. Kept in by Marco Preston. Goes all the way down to the close boards here for a moment in the Terrier zone. Batted down for a moment there by Braden Spears. Goes all the way across, though, into the General zone, into the far boards. Cross-ice pass to Spears once more. He picks it up once again. Trying to get across center ice, they do. Blazinski picks it up now, trying to go across the blue line. He does indeed. Sends it down behind the backside of the net. Owen Renfers here trying to lay the body in the back corner. Does for a moment here, but the Terriers are able to pick it up. Trying to get it out of their own zone here with a minute 35 remaining. 2-1 they lead. Going to the close boards now. Here come the Terriers once more. Going around the backside of the net here. Trying to see if they can find the pass in front. Makes the pass across to the close boards now with the blue line. Pass in front. Shot save made by the skates in front of somebody. Rebound still out there. Makes it across now into the Terriers zone. Just a floating pass here. Gets a line change for the Generals. Terriers trying to take advantage. Makes a little too long of a pass. It goes too short as well for the Generals to make much of it. So Flex now going to try and make his way into the Terrier zone. He might have an opportunity. Gets batted away in front, though, for a moment. Cabela now trying to pick it up. Connor Williams around the backside of the net. Loses it for a moment. The Terriers are able to pick it up. Now here come the Terriers the other way. Going across center ice now, making their way towards center. Picked up now by Maddox Braswell. Braswell tries to chip it out of his own zone. He does indeed. Almost takes out his teammate's head, he thought, for a minute there. The puck makes its way to the close boards. Fired back down into the General zone. Bonnet now tries to get it from the backside. Stramaikov now with a head full of steam on the far boards. Tries to make the pass. Gets intercepted. Terriers try to keep it in, not able to do so. And a stick there for a moment. Connor Williams took a stick to the chest there for a moment. We're going to see a penalty. As Connor Williams got taken out from behind for a moment there and then got bodied in front of his own bench. The referee finally put up his hand. So we'll see 86 for the Terriers go to the box. So the Generals will get a power play here with 24.5 seconds remaining in the first. Still 2-1 your score. The Terriers do lead. But now the Generals have an opportunity for a power play here. As Connor Williams took a stick to the gut there for a moment and then got put on his seat right in front of the Generals bench, which was also right in front of the stripes. So he saw everything in front. So we'll have a face-off here to the left-hand side of the goaltender with 24.5 remaining in the first. Won by the Terriers for a moment there. Battling for it, though, for a second was Fleck. This one makes its way all the way down into the General zone, all the way to the backside for an icing. 16.5 to go. Printer now trying to win the faceoff, loses it back for the Terriers. They'll try and get out of their own zone. They will here as it goes all the way back down into the General zone. And for 9.5 seconds now, the second straight icing will lead to another faceoff here in the Terrier zone. This Printer will step into the faceoff dot once more. Rhode Island native tries to win it back this time over the far boards. He does for a moment here, but the Terriers will pick it up once again. Trying to keep it for a moment there is Stramaikov. Stramaikov does, and the no time left remaining. Fleck trying to get to the front of the net. Not able to do so, though. 2-1 will be your score after one. Terriers still lead the Generals here. A minute 36 will still remain on the power plays. We'll see some chirping here at the end of the play there as Dylan Brennan has some words for somebody in a red jersey. Dylan Brenner still yelping here for a moment as the referees are going to try and keep the Terriers off their side of the ice. As Brennan was chirping at somebody, the Terriers will trying to get herded off the ice here by the stripes, essentially. Just continuing to hear words here for a moment. We'll go to the intermission here. Still 2-1 your score. The Terriers still lead here as we're continuing to hear words be chirped back and forth. So after one, 2-1 your score here. The lone goal belonging to Antonio Fleck in front on the rebound there from Connor Williams. So we'll be right back after this quick break. Thank you for listening here to the Generals broadcast here on YouTube in this 16U matchup here between the Northeast Generals and the Boston Junior Terriers of Woodward. We'll be right back after this quick break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to the New England Sports Village here in Attleboro, Massachusetts, as we get ready to go underway here for the second period of play between the U16 Northeast Generals Academy team and the Boston Junior Terriers Woodward team here as we get ready to go underway once again for the second period of play. 2-1 your score. The Terriers lead here through one period of play. Get ready to go underway once again here. The lone goal here for the Generals belongs to Antonio Fleck, who scored it off the rebound from Connor Williams on his initial shot. It looks shades of what that 18U game earlier today looked like whenever the Generals were able to score. A shot off the blocker's side of the goaltender, batted away for a moment there before Fleck was able to backhand it into the back of the net to put the Generals finally on the board after both goals by the Terriers were scored essentially within the first, give or take, 7 minutes of this hockey game. After the Terriers were able to score about 3 minutes into the game and then scoring at about the 17-minute mark, they were able to put in their second there as well. They went up 2-0 early before the Generals were able to finally rebound and put themselves in a better position here. The two teams will now huddle up once again here. The Generals will start this period with a minute 36 of power play to themselves. After the power play was acquired there as number 86 on the Terriers took his stick to the gut of Connor Williams and then put him on his rear right in front of the stripes in front of the Northeast Generals bench to put himself in the box. So for a minute 36, the Generals will have a power play here to start the second half of hockey. We'll play the final 22:30 here in this 16U matchup. We'll get ready to go underway here in about 5 seconds. The face-off is won here by the Terriers into their own zone. Shot up the far boards now trying to pick it up once again as they didn't get enough of that one. As now it's going to be Stromykov going forward in the close boards. Trying to hand it off towards his teammate Printer. Printer now sends it back around to Stromykov. Stromykov back over to Printer on the close boards. Goes all the way up though towards Dylan Brennan. He'll be able to pick it up on the close boards. He's surrounded by his own teammates for a moment there. Pass goes straight across to Spears. Spears not able to get a hold of it. Stromykov will take it out. Stromykov back over to Brennan now on the close boards. Loses it for a moment. Picked up by the Terriers. Fired down into the general zone. Stromykov now is able to chip it up for a moment to Fleck. Fleck with the lone goal here for the Generals. Going on the outside boards now. Goes down deep. Goes underneath the net now with the pass. Passes it over to Printer now. Printer goes up the boards now to Spears. Spears over to Stromykov. Stromykov now at the blue line. Trying to generate something here. Loses the puck for a moment here. Going up to the blue line once more now, trying to go towards the front. Loses it once again in his skates, now still at the close boards. Goes to the far boards, tries to send it down. Picked up once again now. Pass out in front to Printer. Printer shot on, can't go through. Goalied away for a moment there by the leg pads. Fleck battling forward on the backside of the net, still trying to get to it in time. Doesn't well, tries to get a pass in front. Sits in front of the net, literally there for a moment. Sits on the back of the front, goes to the front of the net, can't get the pass front. 10 seconds remaining here on the power play, as this one will be icing with 21:02 here in the second. 2-1 still your score. The Terriers still lead. 8 seconds remaining on the power play. We'll get a face-off here on the left-hand side of the goaltender. As the puck continued to just sit behind the net there for a moment as the pass from Fleck in front was trying to find anybody in a blue jersey, but unfortunately for him, it ended up on a Terrier stick who just iced it. Face off to the left-hand side here, won by Williams. Drop back to Blazinski. Blazinski cross pass now towards to Cabela. Cabela here tries to drop the pass once more, trying to find the pass in front. Can't get it to the man in front there for a moment as Jurczyk trying to make the shot. Couldn't get it though as he bounced off his skates. Even strength now. Pass straight across to Blazinski. Blazinski now at the blue line makes the pass straight down to Jurczyk. Jurczyk tries to make the shot on. Save made. .20-40 here remaining. Even strength now. 2-1 your score. The Terriers still lead. So we'll have a face-off here to the right-hand side of the goalie. Williams wins it back over to Braswell. Braswell tries to take the shot. Gets his shot knocked away. Goes into neutral ice. He'll pick it up and go to the far boards. Dumps it down back into the Terrier zone once more. Cabela now trying to forecheck. He's able to do so for a moment. Able to pick it up. Pass in front. No one there for a moment. Jurczyk tries to get the shot off. Gets it blocked. Cabela is able to retrieve it on the close boards for a moment here. Tries to find the body in front. No one there. Now here come the Terriers across center ice on the far boards for a moment now. 3-on-4 opportunity. Shot on, save made. Right in the stomach of Lucas Bonnet once more. The line changes come through for both sides here. We'll see Brendan Printer walk into the face-off dot here to the right-hand side of Lucas Bonnet. Face-off won by the Terriers. On the far boards now, shot on, save made, legged away by Bonnet once more. Printer's going to pick it up now, go across the blue line with it. Getting chased now by a couple of different Terrier defenders. Tries to go across the blue line, he does. Into the close corner now, Printer fires it back now towards Spears. Spears loses it for a moment, now battling for it on the close boards still. Printer trying to battle for it as well. Spears picks it up. In the face-off dot now, shot on, save made. We'll get another stoppage in play here on the glove save by the goaltender with 19:45 remaining here in the second. Still 2-1 your score, the Terriers lead. As the Generals try and fight their way back from this deficit. Puck is dropped once more, picked up by Stremaikov. Stremaikov now shot on, blocked out in front once more as Printer tried to bat it towards the net. In the close corner now, battling for it is Spears and Printer. Printer now stuck in the corner, will have a stoppage. I think Printer is actually down on the ground for a moment there. He might have landed on top of the puck. I think he is. Matt Powers out on the ice, the head coach for this Generals team, trying to make sure his player is okay. As Printers will now make his way to the bench. Assuming he took a hard hit there, as we'll have a face-off now in the close-sided zone for offsides, the offsides dot, I should say, with 19:31 here remaining in the second. Puck is dropped here, makes its way over the close boards once more, picked up now by the Generals. Big hit there onto Imler. Makes its way down to the close corner, though. Picked up once again. Flex shot on, save made, rebound, still loose in front, still loose once again. The puck was still loose. Now the goaltender gives a jab for a moment there as Jurczyk battling for it in front. As the scrums continue between these two sides. The puck was still loose, but the referee couldn't see it anymore, and unfortunately for him, it ends up resulting in a penalty here, actually, for the Terriers. The Terriers will take a penalty here. 17 for the Terriers is going to take one here, I believe, for boarding. No, excuse me, not for boarding, for roughing at least. So with 9:18, the Generals will have themselves a power play. And there won't be a chance for a line change here, as the power play unit won't be able to get on. The referee shoos them back. Matt Powers yelling towards the referee, what do you mean I can't make a change? Pass out in front. Fleck trying to get it to go through. Rebound still loose now, and they'll try and win it back. Stremaikov picks it up, tries to keep it down low, does for a moment here. Now to Imler. Imler tries to find in front, trying to make the pass in front. Shot on, no goes. Fleck now, still with it here. Loses it to Stremaikov back in his own zone. Matt Powers desperately trying to get his power play unit on the ice. Stremaikov on the backside now. Makes a long cross pass here. It ends up on the stick of Imler. Or that's on the stick of Fleck, or excuse me, on the Fleck. And Imler in front tries to make the shot on, doesn't go. Stremaikov now is going to try and pick it up. 1:20 left on this power play. 18:38 here. Pass goes straight across for a moment there to Preston. Preston makes the straight across pass to Imler. Imler now loses it in the neutral zone. Picked up now once again by the Generals. Drops it back to Stremaikov. Once more was Printer. Back up to Printer now on the close boards. Printer now tries to make the cross-ice pass, not able to do so. Batted down by the Terriers once more in neutral ice. Minute left here to go on the power play. Bonnet tries to pick it up, not able to do so. Stremaikov going after it with a head full of steam now through neutral ice. Loses it for a moment here. The Terriers pick it up in their own zone. Keeping it now on the close boards for a moment now, getting it out of their own zone for a second. Stremaikov now with it, tries to make the cross-ice pass, does for a moment here to Brennan. Brennan now trying to make his way to the front of the net, not able to do so, gets bodied into the boards in the far corner. Trying to pick it up now is Spears, able to boot it away for a moment on the backside of the net, trying to stick it in front, rebound still loose, still fighting for it for a moment there, and held on. With 17:45 here, 26 seconds remaining on the power play. We may see another penalty here. We will. We'll see a cross-checking penalty against 37 in front for the Terriers. So a 5-on-3 opportunity for the Generals. Still 2-1 your score, the Terriers lead, but now a massive opportunity here for the Generals. Puck is dropped once more here, now over towards Cabela. Cabela now. 22 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Hands it back to Printer. Printer shot on, save made. Rebound goes loose. Cabela's not able to retrieve it. Goes all the way down into the general zone with 17:30 remaining. Bonnet bats it around the backside of his net. Braswell now goes around the backside, picks it up. 7 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Still a minute 40 on the power play. Cabello loses it, gets sent back down into the general zone. We'll see icing called. With a minute 34 here on the power play, now 5-on-4. As the 5-on-3 is killed with 17-17 remaining here in the second. Still 2-1 your score. The Generals down by 1. Face off here to the right-hand side of the goaltender, Brendan Printer. Trying to win it back, he does for a moment here. Now to Stromykov. Stromykov straight across now. Over towards Spears. Spears shot on, blocked out in front. Fleck tries to bat it down, goes around the backside of the net, now picks it up. Fleck now on the close boards. Trying to find a cross-ice pass, does now. Makes it over to Spears. Spears now on the far boards. Trying to find a pass again. Makes it back towards Brennan. Brennan now on the far boards. Passes it over to Stromykov. Stromykov trying to find a lane. Shot goes high, wide. Fleck tries to stick it through. Not able to do so. Great leg save there by the goaltender. Fleck on the backside of the net. Stoppage in play as the goaltender's stick knocks off the netting. .59 seconds remaining here, still on the power play. With 16:42 here to go in the second. Face off here to the left-hand side of the goaltender once more. Puck is dropped. Generals win it back for a moment now. Spears now with the puck. Straight across pass to Stromykov on the close boards. Back over to Spears on the far boards. Spears now. Shot on, blocked in front once again. Terriers trying to get it out. Not able to do so for a moment. Stromykov misses it. It'll go all the way down into the general zone. Bonnet now trying to retrieve it for Stromykov. Stromykov now going to go around the backside of the net. Does so for a moment. They want to make a nifty little move and comes out with a head full of steam now. Here comes Stromykov, cross center ice. Going across onto the close boards now. Trying to find the pass in front. Makes a drop pass to Fleck. Fleck now loses it into the close corner. Goes all the way down to Stromykov. Tries to bat it up into the air. Does for a minute there. With 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Makes its way into neutral ice now. The Generals will pick it up once again. Spears now in his own zone. Pass it up to Stromykov. Stromykov tries to make the chip pass. Not able to do so for a moment, but makes his way to Printer. Now to Printer again. Printer on the close boards. Loses it as he tried to bring the puck back for a moment now. 3 seconds remaining on the power play. Generals pick it up on the far boards. Even strength now. Braswell tries to make the cross-ice pass. Hits the 14 right in the leg pads as he takes it back into his own zone. The Terriers once again. Goes around the backside of the net now on the close boards. Generals pick it up for a moment, trying to make the drop pass. Picking it up now is Printer. Now over and the shot goes wide. Imler trying to hit the net. Picking it up now will be Brenner. Imler with a big hit on the backside of the net. Terriers will pick it up though with 15:15 remaining. Here come the Terriers now. On the far outside circle, gets batted away by Braswell. Still on the outside part of the play. Stick broken now for one of the Terriers players. One of the forwards lost a stick. In the close corner now, goes to the backside of the net once more. Battling for it here is Printer. In the far corner now, goes up to the blue line, goes in the shot down, doesn't go near the net, goes around the backside of it though to the far or the close face-off circle. Goes around the backside of the net once more to Brennan. Shoots it up the boards now, is not able to get out of his own zone. Fired back into the zone once more, picked up by Braswell. Goaltender lost his stick. Puck in front for a moment there, but is able to get batted away now. Tries to get out of his own zone. Will be Imler. He finally does. Goes all the way down, and it'll be icing here with 14:30 remaining in the second. Still 2-1 your score. As Bonnet will try and get rid of the stick head of one of the Boston Terrier players, and he goes to retrieve his own stick. As he'll have a face-off now to his right-hand side. Connor Williams will slide in here with the third line. As the second pairing defenseman and the third pairing forward line for the Generals steps out. Williams wins the faceoff for a moment here, but the Terriers are able to fire it back into their own zone for a moment as it goes too far on the initial pass. Puck in the neutral zone now here for a moment. Finally makes its way back into the Terrier zone. They'll pick it up. Try and get it out for a moment. They will into neutral ice. Here come the Terriers on a 3-on-3. Blazinski misses the strike for a minute there as now the puck makes its way over to the close side. All the way back up to the blue line here now for the moment are the Terriers. Trying to find a passing lane or a clear path to the front of the net. Misses on the shot for a moment there. So it goes down to the bottom left corner, goes all the way around the backside of the net, and goes to the far corner. Blazinski lays the body once more, trying to keep it away from the front of the net. Does so for a minute now as Braswell comes out. Here comes Braswell over center ice now with a head full of steam. Makes the pass over towards Fleck. Fleck misses it for a moment, keeps it down low, takes a big hit. Pass out in front, gets batted away by the defenseman. Braswell still down there fighting. Makes the pass out in front once again, goes through everybody. Nobody in front though. Puck is still loose. On the close boards now, picked up once again by the Generals. Terriers trying to get it out of their own zone. They finally do into neutral ice. Picked up by Blazinski now on the close boards after the initial pass. Blazinski trying to go around the backside of his net. He will for a moment here. Tries to make the pass once again. Does so, but loses it to one of the Terriers players. Shot goes wide. Fleck now bats it up in the air. Goes into the top corner. Goes into the corner now. The Terriers continue to try and get a shot on. Big hit there by Blazinski, the 6'3" man. Generals trying to get it out of their own zone. They finally do. Cabella's going to try and chase it down into the zone. Able to do so is now no icing call. Cabella going into the forecheck. Around the backside of the net, the puck still lies. Terriers finally trying to get it out of their own zone. Able to do so for a moment, but take it back into their own. Finally make it over to the far boards for a moment here. Generals able to pick it up. Firing it back into the neutral zone. Terriers pick it up, though, now. Trying to get it across the blue line. They do so, but Stromykov's going to pick up the loose puck. 12:35 remaining here in the second. Close boards now. The Terriers are able to pick it up in the neutral zone, take it back into their own zone. Loses it for a moment now. 2-on-1 opportunity. Cabella, shot, save made. Opportunity there for the Generals, but Cabella's not able to capitalize. Puck makes its way into the close corner, goes around the backside of the net. Cabella continuing to battle for it here on the backside of the net once more. Continuing to fight for it. Puck is still loose. Now makes its way to the blue line. Able to keep it in as Marco Preston goes to the close boards. High sticking called here for the minute there for the Terriers. The puck makes its way back into the general zone here. Fired around by Imler over to Cabella. Cabella trying to get it out of his own zone. Doesn't put enough pepper on it. Terriers pick it up now. 3-on-1 opportunity maybe, but not able to get it out for a moment. There was Imler. Goes all the way down for icing. 11:45 here remaining. Still 2-1 your score. The Generals are still in this game. And what has been nothing short of a closely contested affair between these two sides right now. So we'll have a face-off here to the left-hand side of Lucas Bonnet. Won by the Generals for a moment here. Continuing to battle for it here, though. On the close boards, goes around the backside. Picked up now by Brennan. Brennan now makes the pass up to Printer. Printer fires it down into the Terrier zone. Icing will be called. As I thought there, he acquired the red line. I guess not. So it'll be icing with 11:30 remaining here in the second. 2-1 still your score. Face-off one once again here. Printer will pick it up once more. Trying to get out of his own zone. He's able to do so. Now to Spears. Spears on the inside of the zone. Trying to find a lane. Not able to do so. He'll circle back. Spears takes a big hit, and now here's a breakaway opportunity for the Terriers. Now on the far circle. Trying to find a beat. Bonnet. He will. And the Terriers are able to put themselves ahead by 2 on the breakaway opportunity that beats Bonnet. So 3-1 now your score with 11:13 remaining. As the Generals will try and see if they can dig themselves out of this one. Won by the Generals, now bringing their way into the Terrier zone. Try to be shot on, not able to break through is Yurchik. As the puck makes its way up to Stromykov, the blue line, picks it up once more, trying to go towards the center, makes the drop pass to Yurchik, not able to pick it up. Yurchik sends it around. Not able to make it through, though, for a moment as the Generals trying to keep it through in the zone. Fleck now loses his stick almost there for a moment as the Terriers are finally able to get out of their own zone. They come in with a 3-on-2. On the outside or inside circle for a moment there. Shot in front, able to get batted away. Stromykov able to keep him away from the net. Picked up once more. Stromykov now the lead forward at this point. He's up mid-center ice. Tries to make the shot on. Save made. Rebound out of the way. Puck makes its way up the close boards once more here. The Generals try and pick it up once again. Imler now chasing it back into his own zone. Battling for it here on the close boards is Preston and Imler, continuing to fight for it. Puck's on the ground, so's the body of the Boston players. He's able to push it away for a moment there as Preston gets taken down, trying to get up, not able to do so as the puck makes its way over to the far boards. Picked up by Fleck now on his own. Loses the puck for a moment there, trying to get it up to Imler. Imler able to get it now for a moment, trying to keep it in the zone, able to do so, but he skates away from it on accident. Able to keep it in the zone, though, for a moment now are the Generals. Renfers now keeping it in. Haven't said his name much here tonight, but he's able to get back into the action for a moment. Puck makes its way over into the General zone here for a moment. Icing will be called. 9:45 remaining here in the second. Still now 3-1 your score. After the breakaway opportunity gives the Terriers a 2-point lead. As we'll face off here the right-hand side of the Boston Terriers goaltender. Puck is dropped once again. Tie up in the net. Or tying up in the circle, I should say. As puck makes his way towards the center for a moment here. Kept in front, kept in the zone for a moment there. Shot on, scores! Capella able to find the rebound in front. The puck was laying loose, just bouncing around everywhere for a moment there. Cabella was able to get the rebound over near the left circle once again and backhands it top shelf, knocks out the bottle. So Cabella puts himself on the board, and now it's 3-2 with 9:30 remaining. And this is still a hockey game, ladies and gentlemen. The Generals aren't done just yet. Puck is dropped to center ice once again here. The Generals are able to win it back in their own zone. Braswell gets it out towards center ice. Fired now down into the Terrier zone for a moment here. Picked up by Cabella once more. Trying to continue to battle here. He's already got a goal now, obviously, to make this a one-goal game. Lost it, though, for a moment there are the Generals. Picked up once again by Renfers. Renfers now on the far boards. Tries to keep it in. It was Braswell. He's able to do so. Cabella now. Forechecking here around the backside of the net. Connor Williams now able to try and get in on the action here as the puck makes its way over to the far boards. The Terriers get it out. Picked up here, Braswell trying to keep it in. Picked up by Renfers as he tries to avoid the hit for a moment. It makes its way down into the Terrier zone. Terriers go around the backside of their own net. Pass intercepted for a moment there. Pass goes around the backside of the net. And for a moment there, it looked like Spears could have possibly potted the tying goal. Printer takes a big hit on the boards once more. Pass over to Stromykov. Stromykov, shot, save made on the rebound. Shoots it, doesn't go through. Spears tried to knock it through. Net comes off its hinges once again. And we're going to have some extracurricular here in the left corner. I believe we're going to see a penalty here against the Generals possibly as the entire Terriers bench almost came off. As we'll see a cross-checking called here against the Generals. As Dylan Brennan is going to go to the box. I just want to mention here as well that the Junior Terriers' entire bench essentially came off the bench onto the ice after the extracurricular started, which in most games, in most leagues, would be a massive penalty, though I'm not sure if the referee saw it possibly or not. So 8:30 remaining here. The Terriers have a power play. 3-2 your score. Pass goes up to the blue line here, now to the outside circle. Continuing to battle for it here. Makes its way into the inside circle now. Trying to find a pass in front. Not able to do so. Continuing to play defensively at the Generals. Makes its way around the backside of the net. Makes its way all the way up to the blue line. Trying to make the cross pass here. Does as well. Goes down to the close circle once more. Goes back up to the close blue line. Goes back down to the circle. Fire on, shot, save made. Puck still loose. Bonnet able to get enough of it. Still loose. Still under a body there. And we'll get a time called as Bonnet's able to get a glove on it with 1:27 left on the power play for the Terriers with 7:57. Fleck will now step into the faceoff dot. He'll win it over to the close boards. Trying to get out of their own zone are the Generals. Not able to do so, though, as it's staying in the corner. Fleck trying to push it forward. Not able to do so here. Makes its way into the corner once more. The Terriers trying to find the pass in front. Not able to do so. Goes too far. Up to the far blue line now. Goes over to the far circle. Continuing to skate around with it now are the Terriers. Trying to find some lead passes. On the close circle now, trying to find the pass in front. Makes its way back up to the blue line once more. Goes across the way into the front of the Generals bench. Shot on in front, not able to find anybody though. As it goes off the stick of one of the Terriers players. Generals trying to get it out for a moment, not able to do so. In the close face-off dot now, trying to get the pass in front. Goes all the way over into the front of the Generals boards, picked up by the Terriers. Still there, still stick handling with it for a moment. Now passes it in front. Shot on, gets blocked away there for a moment, but I believe there was Braswell. The puck makes its way to the backside of the net. Big hit there by Preston. And that one goes up and out of the zone for the Generals and goes into neutral ice with 27 seconds remaining here on the power play. Dumped down into the far zone now. Preston going to retrieve it. Tries to get out of his own zone. Makes the pass in front. Blocked away there for a moment there by Stromykov. He's able to do a good leg move there to keep it from getting in front. 10 seconds remaining here on the power play. Going to the far face-off circle now. At the blue line now, skates forward to the circle, tries to get the shot on, blocked in front, tries to get out of their own zone. They're able to do so, but it'll be icing all the way down, but it will kill the penalty. So 6:30 remaining here, 3-2 your score, even strength after the icing from Hunter Yurchik. Face off here to the right-hand side of Lucas Bonnet. Won by the Generals here as they try and get it out of their own zone. Trying to flip it over is now going to be Maddox Braswell. Finally does into neutral ice as the Terriers will pick it up. On the far boards now, they jump it into the Generals zone. Braswell goes to pick it up once more, does so, gets hit in the far corner for a moment there. Continuing to stay in the far corner, though, is the puck for a moment there. His bodies continue to pile up there on the boards. Printer in the mix of it right now, loses it for a moment here. The Terriers trying to find the pass in front, not able to do so. Now here come the Generals once more. Braswell trying to get a control of it, able to finally get it out of the zone are the Generals. Now the Terriers will have to try and make a reset of their offense. 4 different blue bodies there trying to keep the puck off the stick, not able to do so. Good move there from the Terriers, shoots in, scores, beats Bonnet over the left shoulder. And a nice move there by 86 on the Terriers as he's able to get around the defender, find the shot up top, and is able to beat Bonnet on the shoulder. Unfortunately for Lucas Bonnet, even though he's 5'10", he just wasn't tall enough to get enough of that one. So 5:43 remaining. Another 2-point advantage here for the Terriers. Puck is dropped and won by the Generals once more. Here's Preston, accidentally hits the stripes in the shoulders. And we're going to have a stoppage in play here for a moment. Not sure what the call is going to be here, as we're going to see a penalty against Brennan Printer. Or maybe it's a bench penalty. I'm not sure which it is, but Printer goes to the box. In an odd case here, I'm not sure what happened, but the Generals are going to take a penalty. So now they're down a man once again here with 5:33 as the Terriers take it back into neutral ice here. Losing it for a moment as the reverse hit ends up leading to a Connor Williams picking up or Fleck picking up the puck for a moment here. Now the Terriers come back into the zone. Shot on, puck goes wide. Going to the close boards now here for a moment. The Generals pick it up once more. Here comes Yurchik once more into the neutral zone. He loses it for a second here, but skates back into his own. Passing it back off to Stromykov now. Stromykov going over to the far boards. He comes in with a head full of steam. Stromykov now on the far boards. Loses the puck for a moment here. And we're going to get a stoppage once more. It might be for offsides. Oh, excuse me. No, we're going to see a cross-checking penalty here. And now we'll have 4-on-4 hockey as number 97 on Boston will take the cross-check penalty. So for a minute 25 here, we'll see 4-on-4. And then the Generals will get a power play for 35 seconds. 5 minutes still remaining here in this second period of play. 4-2 your score. The Terriers still lead by 2 after the Generals have fought back both times. Fleck pushes it forward, goes around the backside of the net now. Trying to find an outlet pass here possibly. He's not able to do so. It ends up on the close boards. Stromykov's not able to knock it down. It goes all the way down into the General zone. Picked up by Boston for a moment there, but picked up now by Braswell. Tries to pass it back off towards Stromykov. Stromykov now in the close corner, resets, goes around towards the front of his goaltender for a moment, coming in with a head of steam now. Able to make his way across center ice now, going to the far boards. Stromykov now trying to get the shot on, save made, stays in the pads. We'll get a stoppage in play here with 55 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4, 4:32 in the game. Still 4-2 your score. The Junior Terriers lead. Face off here to the left-hand side of the goaltender once more. Williams continuing to battle for it, tied up in front. Nobody can seem to move it forward or backward here. Now the Generals have an opportunity. Williams trying to stuff it in front. Rebound still loose, still stuffing for it. The goaltender is able to sit on top of it. And we'll have a stoppage in play with 4:20 still on the clock. This will have the faceoff dot moved here right in front of the Terriers bench here with 4:20 remaining, 4-2 your score, 44 seconds on the 4-on-4. Puck is dropped once more to the far boards. Generals are able to fire it down into the Terrier zone in the close corner. Blazinski trying to keep it in, not able to do so. Here come the Terriers once more. Braswell, the only one back right now. Shot on, save made by Bonnet, able to leg it away. Blazinski trying to get a piece of it, not able to do so. Gets out of the zone, though, as Connor Williams trying to chase it down. Still in neutral ice here now, makes his way into the general zone. Picked up by one of the Terriers players, not able to keep it in, though, for a moment, is Braswell trying to fight for it in the corner. Picked up by the Terriers once more. Blazinski trying to get a hold of it. 13 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. The Generals go across central ice with it. Connor Williams dumps it in for a moment, continuing to forecheck, though, with 5 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4. 3:40 remaining here in the second. 4-2 still your score. The Generals try and keep it, not able to do so, as Connor Williams got caught. So the Generals will now have a 4-on-5, a power play here, with 35 seconds remaining on that power play, with 3:36 remaining in the game. Still 4-2 your score. As the puck gets dropped, the Generals have the puck get fired back down into their own corner for a moment here. It'll be icing the call. So they only lose like 6 seconds on that. And for 29 seconds, they'll still have the power play and 3:30 remaining here. As Stremykov will direct a little bit of traffic here on the blue line. The face-off to the right of the goaltender, won by the Generals here. Back off to Stremykov now. Stremykov makes the cross-ice pass to Preston. Preston now shot on, save, goes wide. Pass in front. Now Printer trying to just lift it over the goaltender. Not able to do so. Lifts it too high. Spears sends it around the backside of the net towards Brennan. Brennan now battling for it in the corner. Printer coming over and trying to battle for it once more as well. Brennan able to pick it up, though. He's by himself on the side of the net. Tries to find the pass in front. Spears gets his stick lifted. Brennan now hands it off to Stremykov. Stremykov trying to stick his way through. He's able to do so here. Trying to keep it in. Not able to do so for very long as he loses his stick. Even strength now. Preston now makes the cross-ice pass over to Printer. Printer now at neutral ice takes a big hit. The Brennan now trying to make the pass in front, not able to find the body. Printer misses it for a moment. He would have had straightaway center ice. 2:45 remaining here in the second. Big hit from Printer. Puck makes its way into the general zone. Preston the only one back. Puck makes its way in front now as Brennan's able to make his way back. Picks up the puck, goes through central ice. Brennan continuing on the outside boards. Coming with a head of steam. Tries to find somebody in front. Nobody home. Printer now able to retrieve it on the close boards. Battling for it now once again. Continuing to battle for it here on the close boards. Multiple different jerseys. Preston shot on. Save made. Hit the goaltender right in the logo. So with 2:18 remaining here. 4-2 still your score. The Generals still down by 2. As they have fought back both times from that 2-0 deficit. Or not even 2-0, but just 2-point deficit. But the Terriers continue to try and keep themselves at arm's length. Face off here to the right-hand side of the goaltender. One to the back side of the net now. Puck makes its way out. The Terriers have control. Going across central ice now on the outside boards. Continue to go on the outside board. Big hit there from Braswell for a moment. Blazinski trying to knock it down, and that puck goes up and off the netting, so it'll be out of play. We'll have a face-off here with 2:03 remaining. We'll have a face-off here to the right-hand side of Lucas Bonnet. Connor Williams wins it over to the right-hand side once again. Goes up to the blue line. Shot on. Gets batted down in front. Cabela now trying to chase it down in the close corner. Goes around to the backside of the net. Blazinski's able to fire it up the close boards. Picked up by the Terriers. Trying to make the pass in front. Not able to do so. Big hit there on the boards once again. Picked up now by, for a moment there, it's going to be Renfers. Renfers now on the outside. Trying to find an opportunity. Shot on. Save made once again. 1:42 remaining here in the second. And there's going to be a little more extracurricular there for a moment as they tried to make a shove onto Renfers. But Connor Williams is able to settle it down. So we'll have a face-off here now to the left-hand side of the goaltender. Still down by 2, 4-2 your score here in the second half of play. The Generals are down to the Terriers. Face-off won once again here by the Generals. Tries to get the shot on, blockered away for a moment there, went wide. Stramaikov trying to beat it over to the corner, not able to do so. Puck makes his way across center ice. Terriers take it across to the close face-off circle now, trying to get a big body there in the way. Not able to do so for a moment. Makes his way to the blue line. Shot goes way wide of the net. Goes to the far corner. Goes all the way up to the blue line. Drop pass from Fleck. Going all the way up now. Not going to be able to make it very far, though, is Imler trying to get his stick on it. Here come the Terriers once more. Going across to the close face-off circle now. Trying to go around towards the backside of the net. Does so indeed. Goes to the far corner for a moment now. Going all the way around the Generals' territory. Trying to go around the Tour de France. Going into the close circle once more, trying to get a hold of the puck, not able to do so, loses it. Now goes across the blue line, is Fleck able to battle for it. Makes its way into to the Terriers' territory, as right now, trying to keep control of it, they will. Goes around the backside of the net. The Terriers hold it in their own zone, continue to hold it in their own zone. Fleck now trying to get it off his stick. He will finally, goes all the way down to the General zone, though, and goes all the way around to the close boards. Picked up by Stramaikov for a moment there, goes to Preston. Preston now takes a big hit and now is able to reverse it, though, as Stramaikov now with a head of steam. 25 seconds remaining here in the second. Stramaikov going across center ice now, tries to make the shot. Shot goes wide, goes all the way to the close boards. Picked up once again, though, by the Generals. Now in the close corner. Battling for it still here is Printer and Spears. Battling for it now, Printer tries to make the pass out in front, goes too far. Blazinski pushes it through. No offsides called. 5 seconds remaining. We'll get a stoppage with 5.5 remaining here in the second. 4-2 your score here. The Terriers still lead. As we'll have a face-off here right in front of the Terriers bench. Puck is dropped once again here. One back into the Terriers zone. They dump it out of their zone into the Generals zone. And that'll end it once again. Final score here from the New England Sports Village here. Once again, 4-2 now your score. The Generals fall to the Boston Junior Terriers Woodward team. It's the U16s fall here today as well in this afternoon matchup here. So after the loss today, the Generals will have more academy action as of tomorrow. Coming up at, well, about 8:20 tomorrow morning, we'll have the U16 team taking on the New Jersey Rockets Elite Red team. They'll start at 8:20 tomorrow morning, so set your alarms, everybody. It's going to be an early morning of hockey here tomorrow. And then the U18 team will start at 1:20 tomorrow. They'll take on the Assabet Patriots Elite 18U team. At 6:40, the U16 team will play once again. They'll play on IHC Martinson. They'll play their U16 team. And then Southern Connecticut Stars will take on the U18 Northeast General squad at 8:40. So set your alarms, everybody. 8:20 tomorrow morning. Catch some more U16 hockey as the Generals Academy team will take on the New Jersey Rockets Elite Red. They'll take on the U16s there. And then the 18U team will play at 1:20 tomorrow. So once again, this is all Eastern time as well. So keep that in mind for anybody that's not on the Eastern time zone. But 8:20 tomorrow morning, we'll see some more 16U hockey. As once again, the final score here, 4-2. The leading goals here for the Generals. Antonio Fleck with the first one off the rebound from the from the close circle, as well as Thomas Cabela, who also had a very similar goal. So they'll be the two goal scorers in this game. So once again, 4-2 your score. The U16 team falls to the Boston Junior Terriers Woodward U16 team. And we'll see you tomorrow here on the Northeast Generals YouTube channel. Once again, thank you for watching here on the Northeast Generals YouTube. My name is Mason Strong. It's been a pleasure to commentate for y'all today. You'll be listening to me a lot tomorrow here, as we'll have 4 different Academy games here tomorrow. So once again, thank you for listening here on the Northeast Generals YouTube channel, and we hope to hear from you soon. Once again, stick around for tomorrow's game here at 8:20 a.m. and 1:20 p.m. for the U16 and U18 games.